is the only British comedian to ever appear on Def Comedy Jam, which was very impressive before England got a half-black princess from Crenshaw. Please make some noise for my good friend, Gina Yashere.
What's happening, Montreal? Bonsoir. Comment ça va? So I live in New York with my girlfriend. That's right, lesbian. I know, that went well when I came out to my African mother. My mother's Nigerian, super ambitious for her kids. You know, I was meant to be the doctor. I became an engineer. She was like, okay, that's good, that works. Because there's only a few jobs you can have in your family. In an African family, there's only a few choices of job. Doctor, lawyer, engineer, disgrace to the family. Those are the... So I became an engineer. She's like, okay, engineer, that's good. It's on the list, okay. And then I decided to leave engineering to become a comedian. I knew that wasn't going to go well, so I thought, well, I might as well come out to her and go for the double whammy. That did not go well. She's like, what? What are you telling me? You're telling me that my daughter is a gay clown. Oh, God. So I live in New York with my girlfriend. I'm black, my girlfriend is not. I was like, well, my mum's never going to see that. I'm in New York. But after a year together, my girlfriend is like, you know what? I want to meet your mom. And I was like, shit! Okay, we'll go to Christmas, we'll go to London for Christmas, we'll meet my mum, but there's 2 rules you have to adhere to before you meet my mum. Rule number 1, my mother is Nigerian. She only hangs out with other Nigerians. She doesn't even like other black people. So this ain't gonna work. So you meet my mum, you say, hello, Mrs. Yashere, and if she says hello back, you've won. Keep it moving. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, do not attempt to touch my mother. Don't hug her, don't even try it. Because my girlfriend, Nina, she's a hugger. Yeah, Gina and Nina, it's ridiculous. My girlfriend's a hugger. She likes to hug. And African parents of a certain generation do not do hugging and kissing. They don't do that physical stuff. And I remember going home to my mother, I was like, Mum, do you love us? And this was her answer, I swear to God. I like all of my children. So we fly over to London for Christmas. All my brothers and sisters are there at the family house. We walk in. My mum's sitting in the front room. She's the centre of the family, looking all regal. And we walk in, and I go, all right, happy Christmas, Mum. Mums, Nina, mums. And Nina does this. Hello, Mrs. Yashere. Now, let me clarify a couple of things. In Nigerian culture, when you meet an elder, you come before an elder, as a woman, you kind of sort of kneel down to show respect. Men get down and do a whole push-up. But I was born and raised in London, England. I never did it. None of us did that. When, as a kid, as an African kid in England, how I showed respect was calling everybody auntie and uncle. Every adult, every elder, it was hello auntie, hello uncle. Hello auntie, hello uncle. It doesn't matter if they were related to you or not. It could be the butcher that my mum bought meat from. Hello meat uncle, hello meat auntie. Hello... We never called adults by their name. In fact, I didn't even know my mother's name till yesterday. That's how it was. But we never did the kneeling thing. But Nina had obviously been on Google researching how to impress NigerianParents.com. So she does this. And my mother's like, You see this Gina, this white woman is a better Nigerian than you. Look at her, look at her. End of the day, I come in to look at what's going on. Where's Nina? Nina and my mum are in the front room watching Nigerian movies together. I don't even watch Nigerian movies with my mum because she talks through everything. And she's there with Nina. See Nina, look. She's going to do voodoo on her, and then she'll die, and then she'll rise again, and then she'll die, and then she'll rise again, and then she'll die, and then she'll rise again. End of the day, it's time to go. Everybody's leaving. Everybody's filing through the front room to say goodbye to my mum at the end of the day. Nina forgets herself. She forgets rule number 2. Yeah, she goes in for the hug, and all of us, my brothers and sisters, we were like, ah! And you know, my mother walked in and hugged her back. I was furious. I was like, Mum, you don't even know this woman, stranger danger. You don't even know this bitch. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much.
Our next comedian can be seen in the Amy Schumer movie, I Feel Pretty, and boy, is he ever. Please welcome Phil Hanley.
Hey, everybody. Wow, it is so good to be home. I'm from Canada. I just immigrated to the States. I celebrated Thanksgiving in the States. If you're Canadian and you celebrate Thanksgiving in the States, it's wild because you spend most of the meal answering the question, do you have Thanksgiving in Canada? After a while, it comes across as a little condescending, like, do you have anything to be thankful for in Canada? Which I wasn't going to say anything, but in my head, I couldn't help but think, free healthcare, gun control. I had an American friend ask me if we celebrated the 4th of July in Canada. I didn't even know how to respond. I was just like, does your family celebrate my nephew's birthday? Is that... I'm extremely dyslexic, and the worst part about dyslexia is you don't see it coming, you know? Like, I did very well in kindergarten. Then I arrived in the 1st grade, and everyone started reading, and I was just like, meh, I'm gonna stare at the window for like a decade or whatever, but you guys... 6, I found out I wasn't gonna learn how to read at 6. I was young. To get bad news about the future? That'd be like if you pulled a kid aside and said, hey, there's a good chance you're gonna be a degenerate gambler. He's like, what are the odds? Third grade was the worst because the teacher was old and she learned to teach before dyslexia was invented. She didn't think it was a thing. She thought it was something that people just made up to get attention, you know? Like a gluten allergy. She told my parents I was dumb. My dad overcompensated. He's like, you're probably smarter than her. That's irresponsible parenting. Creating a child that's illiterate and overconfident. Teacher's like, this is how you spell Antarctica. I'm like, yeah, that's not how I spell it. I'm gonna be honest, sweetheart, I don't even recognize some of those letters. She was a miss. When I was a kid, if you were a teacher, single and female, they called you miss. That's a lot of information to unload on a child. I'm struggling with a disability. I'm worried about her dating problems. I think it's sexist too, because if you were a male teacher and you were single, they wouldn't call you anything different, right? I mean, the kids would speculate you were gay. Which I hope that wouldn't happen anymore. I hope now you could just be like an openly gay educator. There'd be no stereotypes. You'd just be treated like a regular drama teacher. Once, the mean miss She had me stand up in front of the whole class, and she's like, why don't you tell everybody how you're gonna survive as an adult if you can't read? I had this crazy just moment of clarity. I was just honest. I was like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be like eating dinner by yourself every night, miss. After high school, all my friends went to college, and I became a model. People don't believe me, and then I remind them there used to be a thing called heroin chic. And they're like, oh. I remember hearing about heroin chic. They're like, we want guys that look like they do drugs. I'm like, look like you do drugs. I'm gonna do you one better. I used to do acid. I regret it so much. So I realized someday I'm gonna have kids, right? Have to sit them down and explain to them they're the second best thing that ever happened to me. One time, when my friends and I, we were on acid, and we had this idea, we're like, you know, it would be hilarious if we put on our mother's bathing suits and went to this party. Now, you gotta remember, this is before I really filled out. I had a delicate, ladylike physique. So when my friends put on their mother's bathing suits, hilarious. Bulges and hair. I put on my mom's. I was sleek with camel toe. The energy in the room changed. That'll happen when 8 heterosexual dudes start to question everything. When you take acid, people are like, did you have any realizations? I'm like, yes. I realized my friends want to bang me. I told my American friend that story, and he made this like really judgmental look. He's like, Canadian teenagers are weird. I felt so defensive. I was like, I gotta make something up. I was just like, well, that's how we celebrate the 4th of July. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, I do stand-up comedy, and it's a weird job to have. When people find out you do stand-up, say, oh, you do stand-up? Just tell us a joke right here, right now at the bar. Just do a joke right now. I know when you usually do stand-up, there's a stage and lights and sound and a mic and an audience and a proper context, but that's the same as doing it right here at this bar, 5 faces for free. And it's really annoying. I remember I was in DC. I just did a show. Me and my friends go to this bar. I meet this girl. We drink and dance and having a good time. She wasn't even at the show. We go to a second bar. Some dude yells out, good show, Hannibal. So now she's curious. She says, what do you do? Oh, I do comedy. Oh, you do comedy? Well, tell me a joke. No, it'd be weird if I just started doing jokes. Come on, funny man, if you funny. Just tell, nah, I'm not gonna tell any jokes. But if you tell me a joke, I'll show my tits. And I said, yo, my jokes are better than your tits. She said, come on, tell me a joke. I said, hey, I'm not your goddamn joke monkey. You need to respect comedians. Don't ask me to tell you a joke, damn it. She just got mad and left the bar. 15 minutes later, I was thinking, you know what? I could have told one joke to see some titties. It didn't have to be my joke. It could have been a horrible joke. Okay, I got one for you. What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice. Boom! Now you gotta show your tits after hearing that awful domestic violence joke. It's horrible, but it's a classic, and we had a verbal contract. Now lift up. I drink, that's my vice of choice, is drinking. I smoke weed occasionally, but I don't enjoy it as much. When I drink, I'm able to be in the moment. When I smoke weed, overanalyze the moment, which is not good to do during sex. So if I'm drunk and having sex, I'm thinking, yeah, this is cool. But if I'm high during sex, I'm thinking, yo, why she let me do this to her? What was her childhood like? What's her relationship with her father? There's a trend in rap music now. A lot of rappers talk about taking Molly, which is MDMA, a form of ecstasy. But they talk about it in this tough manner, and it's not a tough drug at all. Yeah, I'm on that Molly, feeling very emotional, touching stuff. I just masturbated to the color blue, I'm on that Molly. I just danced by myself, just me with my ass on the wall for 15 minutes, man. I'm feeling this Molly. I was at this party last summer. One of my friends gave me half a pill of ecstasy. I took it. It was smooth. I was enjoying myself. I don't know what it was about this particular batch, but it made me okay with pissing myself. The whole thing, and I was in line for the bathroom. I had all intentions of going the right way. My heart was pure, but then all of it fell out of my body. The whole batch fell out of my body. And I think under normal circumstances, if I pissed myself, I would have said, damn it, I just pissed myself. It's time to get out of here. But there was something about the X. I said, you know what, I pissed myself, but guess what? I'm about to dance this shit dry. Hey, good night, y'all. Thanks a lot.
Hello, how are you? Good. Please settle down. I love doing comedy. I love when comedians take the mic out of the mic stand. Move the mic stand out of the way. Some comedians move it even further. It's like, where are you headed? Where does this go? Couldn't possibly do a show with this on stage. I just remembered they asked if I move around at all on stage, and I said, not at all. Can I get off the stage? It's okay if the camera doesn't follow me, right? Things happen. Come on, there's 7 cameras. You guys will find me, right? Oh my gosh. Do you guys like impressions? You feel neutral about them? I love when people tell you the impression, and then they repeat the name of the impression like immediately after. Like you're gonna forget what they just said. So this is my impression of a person doing impressions. My impression of a person doing impressions. Do you guys like impressions? Yeah? Oh, good. This is my impression of a person doing impressions. My impression of a person doing impressions. Do you guys like impressions? Yeah? Okay, great. No, I actually do 3 impressions, aside from that one that I just nailed. The first impression is of a spring. A spring. A spring. Look, they get better from here. Some of you maybe not. That's fine, that's fine. Second impression, curtains opening. Curtains opening. Oh, you like that? Okay, all right. Third and final impression. Clown horn. Clown horn. I need silence. Clown horn. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Good night.
I see you. We did it. Man, it's been a great year for me, man. My wife and I, we just had a daughter. We had a baby girl. Yes. Thank you. Yes, men. We don't get enough applause for our work, you know, especially with childbirth. No, man, it was a miracle, man. We had a baby in our 30s. She's straight up brown. Like I'll wake up in the morning. I'll go to her crib. That's our time together. I'll look in the crib. She'll just be bundled up. She'll be staring at me. That's how I know she's Indian. Just. Hello, Daddy. I've been waiting for you. Open me up. I'll just unswaddle her. She'll be like, change my diaper. Open her up, I'll hold her. She's just like me, you know? I think about this all the time. She's Indian and Muslim, which is such an interesting combination, right? Right? Think about it, to be something that people love. People love Indian culture. And then also be something that people hate. People hate Muslims. You know what I'm talking about, Quebec? Hey, there's gonna be a lot of comics tonight. They're not gonna do Quebec legislation humor. No symbols, right? I saw a dude with a Toronto Raptors hat and I was like, get that shit off, no symbols. Okay, we can't have the symbols. And he's like, no, but I believe the Raptors are the best. I'm like, you know who doesn't believe that? Kawhi Leonard. Not in this city, remember, it's secular. But I look at my dad, he's worried. He'll call me, Hasan, don't talk about the Muslim stuff, lean into the Indian. 11 straight spelling bees, people respect that. And it's true, man, like, Indian, I mean, we are taking over. Think about it, yoga, meditation, chai tea at Starbucks, us. By the way, quick PSA, chai tea is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. You're saying the same thing. You're saying TT. It's like being like, hey, have you heard of this Mexican water? It's called agua water. It's delicioso. So spicy, this agua water. You're saying water, water. Am I? I paid $7 for it. You want some naan bread? There's some people here tonight be like, I love naan bread. What is he talking about? I don't understand the joke. Naan bread is delicious. Oh, man. Look, I wanna be a good dad. I wanna be a role model to her, you know? But I've lived in New York now for 6 years, and that city just turns you into a monster. Everyone in Manhattan is a sociopath. Like the other day I was walking home, right, from a show, and we live across the street from this very popular wine bar, right? So I'm walking home and I look across the street and there's this beautiful woman in this flowing gown just puking in the bushes. You know, just the yin and yang of New York, just beauty and horror all at once. And nobody's helping her. I look, everybody's walking by, they got the white headphones in, just like, hey, you wanna help her? They're like, nah, man, I can't. I'm listening to a podcast about podcasts, I have no time. Man, this podcast about podcasts is the best podcast about podcasts. So I'm like, fine, I will help her. I run across the street, I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, are you okay? She looks up and she's like, are you my Uber driver? I'm like, why don't I listen to more podcasts? Dude, I used to own a black Toyota Camry, and I had to get rid of it because people would just get into my car at intersections. I'd be sitting there and people are like, yo, what's up, man? Get out of my car. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. I'm not your Uber driver.
Sit down. Now, you guys are gonna be really disappointed. I do the news on Saturday Night Live, and I probably shouldn't, because I don't watch the news, and that's something that you probably need to do. They want me to do jokes about the economy. I didn't even know the economy was messed up. My economy's been messed up for 30 years. So, you know when I realized the economy was really messed up? When they started legalizing weed everywhere. Then I was like, oh shit, we might be in trouble. It's only when you down to your last dollar that you start thinking shit like, yo, we should start selling weed. I don't know if Obama was watching Breaking Bad or something. I'd rather do sketches. I love writing sketches. I do a lot of sketches, and you guys don't know that because none of my sketches make it to air. But I have some good sketch ideas. Like Scarlett Johansson came to host the show, and she was promoting the Avengers, and I wrote this great sketch about the Avengers saving the day, but in the process accidentally killing an unarmed black teenager. Nobody thought that was funny. That's not even the worst one. I have a very strange relationship with race. I might say some weird thing. Like I was in an elevator with this white lady, right? Not on purpose, but I went in. I'm saying like I wasn't following her or nothing. I just went in the elevator with her and she was already in there and the door's closed, right? And she looks over at me and then she grabs her purse real tight. And I got scared. I was like, if anything happens to this white lady's purse, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. I'm terrified of white women. And I should be, because white women are terrifying. You guys do things like, white women took Brooklyn. You know how dangerous Brooklyn used to be before white women took it? It was the scariest place in the world. I remember rappers used to talk about Brooklyn. They'd be like, don't ever come to Brooklyn. I'll fucking kill you if you ever walk through Brooklyn. And I'm like, this is a dope song, but I'm never going to Brooklyn. I was so afraid of Brooklyn, and all of a sudden some rich white girls from Seattle was like, Brooklyn's mine's now. And then I was just there, so now they took Brooklyn. I think white girls killed Biggie. I think that was phase one. I think that's the first thing they did. White women are brave. Look at your brave faces. This is a very diverse group of white women. White women are scared. They rescue pit bulls for fun. You know how dangerous you gotta be to rescue a pit bull? If I seen a stray pit bull walk in my neighborhood, I wouldn't walk in that neighborhood anymore. A white girl would take that pit bull home, put a sweater on it. This dog used to win tournaments. Now his name's Nicole, and he's eating vegan treats out of some white lady's hands. You know how dangerous you gotta be to convince a pit bull he doesn't eat meat anymore? Gotta be white girl dangerous. If I was president, if I had my way, I'd have an all-white girl army. I really would. I'd solve all the world's problems with white women. ISIS, send white women. I'll build the Trader Joe's right in the middle of Syria. Give me 2 summers, ISIS will be the first terror organization forced out due to rent increase. This white girls, ISIS is mine now. Syria used to be sketchy, but now it's pretty chill. I talk like this now because I'm 32, and I feel like this is the time to just accept it. You know, that's another creepy thing women do. They lie about their age. I asked a lady in her 40s how old she was. She was like, I'm 21. And I was like, really? Well, you look horrible. It's the benefit of looking like an old-ass 21-year-old. Why would you lie? Getting old is the best, man, because the older you get, the more comfortable you are, you know? You start to live for yourself. I remember when I was younger, I'd see like an old man in his 80s shuffling around a supermarket in an open bathrobe and flip-flops. I'd be like, damn, he looks so sad. Now I see him and I'm like, fuck, he looks comfortable, man. Teach me, old wise one. You just enjoy things more, man. I enjoy everything more now that I'm older because I enjoy it for me. Sex is 10 times better because it's for me. It's me time. When I was younger, I enjoyed sex for like 5 or 6 pumps. And then after that, I was too busy trying to divide fractions and remember scenes from The Color Purple. Guys are giggling because every guy in here has a trick to not finish fast. Women don't. You guys finish whenever you want, and we don't make fun of you because we're nice people. No woman in here was about to finish early during sex was like, oh shit, think of Danny Glover, think of Danny Glover. You don't have, there's books that teach women how to enjoy sex better. There's no books that teach men about sex. There's no 50 Shades of Dudes. I'm gonna write a book for younger men teaching them how to enjoy sex better based on everything I learned in 32 years. It's gonna be 2 pages long. And the first page is gonna say, if you feel like you gotta come, come. And the second page, it's gonna be a bibliography, because all you need is that first page. It's called, oh, you're clapping, I'm dead serious. It's called Let Go and Let God. I used to hold out, I don't even know why. Why? I never won nothing. I never got a thank you, I almost bit my tongue off twice. Not anymore, now if I come early, so be it. Compliments to the chef. I don't even know why women get mad. I'm a guy, I'm supposed to finish fast anyway. My cum is made of people. You ever try to stop 100,000 people from leaving a small area at the same time? It's impossible. They got places to go, man. I don't got riot gear. I can assure you that's the most disgusting thing you'll hear tonight, probably. So, good night.
Our next guest is such a good comedian that he got huge laughs in a horror movie. It's hard enough to get huge laughs in a comedy club, let alone a horror movie. Remember the movie Get Out? One of my favorite. Please welcome Lil Rel Howery.
This actually looked like a scene from Get Out, the stand-up version. It's This is frightening. There's a lot of white people here. I'm sorry, that's just for me. Y'all don't realize how scary this just looked. You know what's funny? It feels good, because I mean, like, my money has changed. I'm like not broke anymore, and that's a good thing when you actually have some money. But my family ended up finding out, and that's the scariest thing in the world. My uncle called me. I don't know if anybody got this in their family. You got one person in your family that everybody call when something going wrong, somebody needs something. He called me one day. I answered the phone, like, hello? He said, your turn, and hung up. I was like, who is this? Like, what you mean, my turn? And then he called me up. He called me back and said, look, man, my brother died, and, I told him I'm on vacation. You got more money now, so you're going to have to be the one to take care of everything. So they all going to call you. They're in the living room now. They meeting. They're going to call you on speakerphone, and they're going to ask you for the money. I said, what? And then he hung up again. I'm like, damn. So then I get the next call. It's the whole family. They all in the living room. They like, look here, I know you heard that your uncle died, and we all came up with all we can come up with. Between all 15 of us, we was able to come up with $94. All we need is 9,744 more. Like, what? I was mad because I'm like, this dude, like, he was on drugs the whole time, and he stole from everybody. So, like, we finna pay for a funeral that somebody owes us money? That don't make no damn sense. Then I feel bad because my grandmother, that's why I paid for it. That's her son, and she was sad about it, and she was crying, and she was hurt. I'm like, all right, Grandma, I got you. I don't care about the rest of everybody else. I'm doing this because this is your son. This is for you. Then they called me back. Well, your grandmother don't want to fly because she don't like to fly nowhere. Somebody had to get on a Greyhound bus with her for 2 days all the way down to Mississippi. I said, let me say this. She's my grandmother, so that's your mama. You know what I mean? That's two different things. I don't have to ride with y'all. Y'all gonna put the grandmother on me. That's your mother. So they did. So now we on this Greyhound bus. I don't know if anybody ride the Greyhound bus recently. Greyhound ain't not like how it used to be. You know, the Greyhound was beautiful, it was nice. It's the scariest place to go to now, the Greyhound station. Matter of fact, I was the only person with a luggage bag there. Everybody's looking at me like, who the hell is that with a luggage bag? Everybody else had grocery store bags tied up with their clothes in it. All through the Greyhound said, well, who the hell is Richie Rich? I get on there, my grandmother, she want a snack from the, they got the little snack places. First of all, don't ever buy a hot dog or anything from a Greyhound station. You don't know how long that hot dog been spinning. I walked over there, the hot dog had a mustache and a face. I'm like, it grew into a person. I think it worked here. We get on the bus. It's a good ride now. Nowadays, it ain't just regular patrons on the bus. Sometimes they have people who just got out of jail randomly on your bus, which is the scariest thing in the world. And my grandmother just kept trying to speak to everybody. She's trying to pray for people. You know what I mean? I'm like, Grandma, you can't say nothing. These are convicts. Let them mind their business. She's like, no, he needs my prayer. She started grabbing this dude's hands. So she's still hungry because I didn't get this dirty hot dog from the snack station. So we stop at a rest stop, right? I got the McDonald's there. And I'm gonna say this, like, if you're on a bus, on a Greyhound bus, most of the people on the bus bring their own food. Nobody get the McDonald's. I come on the bus with the 4-piece nugget, everybody stop eating their sandwiches. Oh, wait a minute. Who is fancy pants with a 4-piece nugget? All I got was 4 pieces. Hey, Richie Rich, you have to share those nuggets with everybody on the bus. It's only a 4-piece, I don't care. Matter of fact, look, you ain't gotta get nobody else a nugget. Let me get a dip. He wanted to dip his sandwich in my sweet and sour sauce. Come on, brother, let me get a dip. No big deal, let me dip my sandwich in it. Now I'm about to fight this dude over nuggets. And then he threatened me. He didn't give me you know what's funny? He gave me a threat that I thought as I became a grown-up, I wouldn't ever hit his threat again. Anybody here wear glasses, you hear the same threat for the rest of your damn life. He didn't threaten to punch me in the face. He didn't threaten to shoot me. He's like, look here, you don't give me no nuggets, I'm gonna knock your damn glasses off your face. So like, you can't come up with nothing new. So we get there, this long trip, start seeing all my family there. And I give them a speech too, like, because I pay for everything. And we had this limo. And I'm like, look here, y'all. I paid for this funeral. Ain't nobody else riding this limo with me. It's just me. I'm showing up by myself, VIP, to my Uncle Freddie Dope Fiend funeral. And then they made us like send out doves to him too, which I thought was weird. Like, he don't deserve doves. People who should get doves that die like in war or a hero. Not nobody who did drugs and stole from you your whole life. You don't give him a dove, maybe a bat. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I'm Lil Real. That's my time. Peace out.
Special is called 45 Jokes About My Dead Dad. It was originally called 46 Jokes About My Dead Dad, but focus groups said that she just crossed the line. So please welcome Lori Kilmartin.
Thank you. How are you, crowd? Good? I am a single mother. Thank you. I'm actually hoping to lose custody of my son. If you guys could notify the authorities of that joke, I would really appreciate it. My son is 11 years old now. I can't believe he's already 11. I remember when he was so tiny he fit on the front steps of a Catholic church. Just kept leaving him there. I was on a date recently with a guy. And he goes, just so you know, I'm not ready to be a stepdad yet. And I was like, that's okay. I'm actually not looking for a stepdad tonight. If anything, I'm looking for this month's uncle. That's all the relationship I can handle. And that's what I tell my son too. I never tell my son, oh, this is mom's boyfriend. I always tell my son, oh, honey, this is your uncle. And then when I break up with a guy, I tell my son, oh, honey, your uncle died. I live with my son, obviously, and also a couple months ago, my 81-year-old mother moved in with me. It's temporary because she's 81. That's not really a joke, that's a prayer to God. Please, do your job. My mom wears a DNR bracelet, a do not resuscitate bracelet. I put it on her. She can't get it off. I hear her trying at night. Gnawing. Good luck, Mom. Dentures don't cut. The reason my mom moved in with me is a couple of years ago, my dad, my beloved father, passed away. And I don't know if anyone here has lost a parent yet. I'm sure many of you have. It's really tough to lose a parent. It's even tougher if you were hoping to lose the other parent first. Yeah, we all have favorites, okay? And I'm not the only one who felt that way. My dad's last words to me were, ha ha, she's your problem now. Yeah, he knew what he did. My son loves YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, he makes videos, and I can tell you right now, they are awful. He will do a strobe light effect for the entire video. He will film up close, up his nose, so there's boogers. He will do fart noises, and they're 30 to 35 minutes long. They're unwatchable. So he ended one of his videos recently by going like this, which I know sounds disturbing, but you've got to believe me, it's the best work he's ever done. I was like, finally, you, the director, have captured what I, the audience, was feeling. At that exact moment, I too wanted to end my life. Thank you for hearing me. Well, it turns out I'm not the only one who watches my kids' videos. So does his school. They panicked. They apparently tried to call me 5 times that day. Now, they couldn't reach me because I blocked the school's number last year. The principal was stalking me. So they freaked out and they called the police. And that night, 3 police officers came to my house for a wellness check. And I had no idea why. They said, you need to see a video your son posted today. So I pulled it up. Now, in retrospect, I could have fast forwarded to the very end of the video, because that's what they wanted to see. But instead, I made the cops watch all 32 minutes of strobe lights and boogers and fart noises. And by the time we got to the end, all 3 cops had their actual guns at their temples. I talked them down, and then I introduced my son to his newest uncles. Happy endings for all of us. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much.